Scorpio, how are you? It's me, Lauren B. Welcome to the Untitled Tarot. We are going to do your read this week with the Rider-Waite. This is the old school. It's about as traditional as you get. We don't really use it that often on here, but we're going to use it today. I feel like I just got a wave of energy that hit me. So you guys might be taking on like a lot of energy from your environment or for people in your environment or even the collective that you might not be realizing. Water really helps with that, unless you're going through you could be going through an activation or an ascension, but it feels like you're taking on a lot of energy from other people. Water will help transmute that. You also just might be like dehydrated as all hell. So, excuse me, Scorpio. So we're gonna do your cards live because I feels like it. It feels right. It feels right in my spirit. I'm wondering if your reading is gonna. Seven of Swords in reverse. We're gonna shuffle it though. I wonder if your reading is gonna kind of roll over. There's been a lot of like rollover from last week's weeklies. Say that 10 times fast. Like the last reading I did for Pisces was called My Power, and then this week their reading was about a power struggle. And Gemini, just a Gemini, their reading was about being in sort of like a competitive environment last week, and then this week it was about them deciding whether or not to take themselves like out of that competitive environment to work on like other things in their life. So that's really interesting. So I'm wondering if it's going to be the same theme for everyone. Your last reading, I believe, was called The Offering, which was about the Scorpios that I was reading for. In that particular group, they had kind of forgotten a little bit of the intention behind why they were doing what they were doing, and kind of needing to go back to God, their ancestors, their guides, and sort of like make an offering of acknowledgement, of praise, some kind of altar. Like there was something about having to kind of go back and have an appreciation for where their blessings were coming from before they got to kind of move on to the next stage. So I'm wondering if it will be like a rollover energy from that for you today. We're going to see. But the hunch is that it will be. So let's see. Maybe you did. Maybe you made an offering. Maybe you offered something, a gesture. I keep doing that. There's got to be a reason. There's got to be a reason. Let's see. Thank you, Jesus, for blessing these messages. So let's see. I want to see what your just like general energy is right now. Ace of Swords. Things are flying out. It's a lot of general energy. Okay, so first out, you got the Ace of Swords. New logical beginnings. We are in Libra season right now. So the Hierophant. Okay. All right, so you got out the Hierophant in reverse, the Page of Wands in reverse, and you got out the Fool in reverse. So I'm feeling as though you're in the energy right now that you are garnering some kind of clarity. This is, aces are gifts, right? You're being gifted the opportunity to start on like a new leaf, because the Hierophant, could often talk about God, but it also talks about like institutions and traditions. We are using like a very traditional deck right now. And I have been talking about how a lot of us, at least in the Beehive, we're going through new seasons. We're going into new cycles, new life lessons right now. And I feel like whatever you're coming out of, Scorpio, is whatever tradition, institution, job, whatever it may be for you, it put you in an energy where you realize that, because pages are the ones who take those new beginnings and then they start walking them out in that student energy. And a Fool is like that childlike faith. This is like the just go for it, just do it. It's like that Nike energy, right? Viking, the word Viking just came in my head. So that's for someone's Norwegian, maybe. But I think that you're coming out of an energy where you're getting some kind of clarity. You're being gifted a new opportunity to move forward in a new way after realizing that whatever institution or tradition or whatever, like something that was long withstanding that you were participating in was putting you in an energy, was kind of stealing some of your passions from you a little bit of that like fire in your belly and making it hard for you to just go for things, go for opportunities, see new possibilities that were ahead of you. And because the Fool is like a very faithful energy and have it coupled up with the Hierophant, it was something that was really diluting, I'm getting the word diluting, some of your faith, probably potentially in yourself, in your own potential as well, I'm feeling. But you're being gifted like a new clarity, potentially about yourself too. And with this crown, see this crown at the top of the sword? And then there's this like growth, like these leaves, these like tendrils coming off of it. It's almost like you're being, sources reminding you that like you are crowned, you are anointed, right? Like you are important and you are special and you do have the ability to be fertile and to grow things. Oh, look, and I was saying leaves, and then there are leaves right there. Oh, and there's 6 of them, 3 on each side. 6 is like a very, and leaves also usually talk about like pentacles energy. So like reciprocal give and take, right? Things that you put energy into also feed positive energy back into you as well. So back and forth, back and forth. So let's see what else we got. Things fly out. I'm like, so aggressive. Yeah, okay, so you have the 10 of Swords, and then you have the Sun in reverse. These were things, I think you realize now, these were things that, these are burdens, disappointments, this is anxiety, paranoia. It's just like a lot of stuff that doesn't work out. And I'm also being very drawn to the fact that it's like they're all in your back. Things that, again, perhaps did not give you an equal reciprocation, an equal energy exchange, that perhaps put you in a feeling of being so burdened by them that it felt like you were being stabbed in the back, stealing your sun, right? Because in order to grow things properly, you need sun. You need that solar energy, that solar power. Stealing some of your faith in yourself, in your potential, in your ability to have like passionate new beginnings, that you could learn new things, I'm getting with this Page energy too. It's a very, and it's funny because this is an institutional energy and it feels like very disenfranchised. Like somebody was trying to like disenfranchise you or made you feel that way. Again, a little stabbed in the back, a little like, I can't go on any longer. I'm just going to lay here and I'm just going to let this die. Like almost like let the sun go down. Now that you have this clarity, about what was actually happening in this situation or in this relationship, you're now allowing like the sun to go down and almost just like allow it to bleed out, Anthony, my friend's a Scorpio. You just popped in my mind. So maybe this might be for you a little bit, but almost allowing it to like bleed out a little bit and let the sun go down on that situation. Queen of Swords, being very logical about what you are and are not receiving in that feminine energy, about what you are going to cut out. It's almost like, I almost see you like bringing things forth now, like as in like inspection. It's like the DMV. It's like, let me bring it to me first. Let me see it before I let it pass. Bring it to me. Let me see it before I let it go out into the kingdom. Will I let it pass? It's like a Gandalf energy. It's like, you can pass, we're going to cut you out. You can pass, we're going to cut you out. Six of Swords in reverse. This is a card normally about like getting away from things, like trying to move into calmer waters, like blah, blah, blah. This is in reverse. It's almost like you're not avoiding tower moments anymore. You're not avoiding conflicts or disagreements with people. Like you're not avoiding, in order to cut out some of this stuff, it does feel like a little bit confrontational. Like you're gonna have to say something. You're gonna have to do something. Like it's gonna be known that you're actively like not participating in this place. You're actively not going back to this job. You're actively like not, I'm getting that Lizzo song. That's the sound of me not calling you back. It's like one of those kind of energies. It's like you're not running away from confrontation. You're not making it a secret anymore that you are getting away from these people, places, and things. It's like you're facing it head on. Again, it's like that, come here, like, let me talk to you. Come here, let me talk to you. Let me deal with this real fast because this is what you've been making me feel like. So come here. Good for you, Scorpio. I mean, you do represent like death in the tarot, so that's not surprising. And we're going into Libra season. This is a card of Libra, and Libra is justice. So it's like you're bringing justice to yourself, which is really nice. I'm very drawn. There's like light coming off of the bottom of this handle with the hand. It's like I'm getting a handle. It's like you're finally getting a handle on it. Temperance, balance. It's also Sagittarius energy. Look, and here's your crown again. It's like finally tempering yourself, finally balancing out like what is and is not working for you. And again, remembering, because this is like the angel of temperance, right? And she has this glowing crown, and then it's like they're gifting it to you so you can finally get a handle on your own crown, finally get a handle on your own self-worth. You know, in all of this yellow, I'm seeing like these yellow leaves, like the yellow here, this yellow, the yellow hair, and it's like this. I'm getting very Archangel Gabriel. I'm getting a lot of Gabriel energy off of this right now, which is really beautiful. Gabriel, he works a lot with like helping to build a healthy sense of self-confidence. Like to remind yourself that like you are worthy of being in healthy environments and being in healthy relationships. That like you don't have to just let yourself get the short end of the stick all the time. Yeah, it's like you have the Four of Wands in reverse just flew out. It's like the Four of Wands talks about like a home or like a foundation, some kind of foundation. Again, Hierophant, like institution, something that's like long withstanding. So this could be you realizing that like not all of your kin is your kind, right? Like not everyone in your family has your back. Not all of your friends like really are your friends, really have your back. That, you know, like your job really isn't like a healthy place for you to be, and whatever foundation this was not bringing you balance, was not crowning you, treating you the way that you needed to be treated, giving you like a healthy, positive energy despite what you were putting into. This also could, with this angel of temperance, with this Gabriel energy, could also be kind of helping you work on the fact that like no matter where you are or who you're with or where you work, that like your anointing, your crowning, your worth is not wrapped up in other people, places, and things. It will always rest in yourself, in God's love. You know, it's like how I say sometimes in like the little motivational videos, it's like you woke up today because God said yes to you. So it doesn't matter who else in the world says no to you, because he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world, kind of thing. Then you have the King of Swords out in reverse. So I think in the process of doing this, you might come off a little cold to other people, because when you set a standard of always being there and doing things for people and overextending yourself and overpouring, and you're always the one that they can call, like you're always the one who will come in, and you're always the one, right? When all of a sudden it's like you set that standard, then you have to meet that standard constantly, even if it's like not healthy for you or if you don't want to anymore. And then when you finally start to retract your energy, call your pieces back to yourself, rebuild your level of self-confidence, and then move forward and be like, no, I'm not going. No, I'm not helping. No, you can't call me. No, you can't come here. Like whatever that may be. You can come off a little cold and callous and calculating to other people. I'm getting like playing chess. Yeah, a little bit like other people are think you're like manipulating a situation, perhaps trying to like get your way, like being a little bit cold. But I'm hearing that it's just like a little bit of a taste of their own medicine. Oh my Lord. Yeah, cool. Because I just see me, I'm like, cool, I'm like super cool. Because then you have about the magician, right? You are the magician. You have the ability to manifest anything you want. You have a sword, you have a cup, you have a wand, you have a pentacle. This is major arcana. You have God. You have with this infinity. You have infinite cycles, infinite past lives of lessons. You have soul gifts. You have intuition. You have all this stuff. And the Nine of Wands, this is not being defensive, like almost like not fighting your own power, not fighting against your own power anymore, which is interesting. Maybe coming off your own reading, I'm almost getting like your offering is like yourself now. It's like all you're offering is yourself. Like, here I am in all of my glory. I'm not going to make myself small. You had a reading. I think it was maybe at the end of June. Maybe it was the end of June, and I think it was called like the White Whale. It was about how you were like playing small. Like you were playing small, but it's like now you're playing big, Scorpio. Now you're realizing like how powerful you are, how much you are worthy, how much you are worth. And it's like coming out of defensiveness about that and being like, in building up this self-worth, realizing that it's like you don't have to sell yourself short anymore because like you have so much potential. Because remember, it's like in the beginning, we were talking about how they made you feel like disenfranchised, like kind of stole some of your faith from yourself, from your own potential. And now you don't feel that way anymore, which is why people might be like, what's up with you? And you're like, oh, I'll tell you what's up with me. Bring them out, I'll show you. Like, I'm not afraid of letting you know exactly how deserving I am of the life that I want. It's almost like I'm not gonna let anyone steal my power. I'm hearing that Chica song. My word is my power, power. My word is my word is my. We know I love Chica around here. Knight of Swords, yes. Knights bring messages, logical messages. Almost like you're gonna look at these people. It's a lot of swords energy for a Scorpio. It's a lot of swords. There's a lot of air energy for a Scorpio. But I think it feels good for you because Scorpios are so used to like waiting around in like the deepest depths of the ocean, right? That I think like with this Libra season, with all this justice coming through, that it's like it feels good for you to like be up in the air, like come out of the basement, right? And you're bringing these messages to these other people. Like, no, it doesn't make sense for me to be here because you treat me like shit. Like, no, I'm not hanging out with you because like I know you talk about me behind my back. No, I'm not working here anymore because you don't pay me enough. Like I do manager stuff and you pay me like I'm an intern. Like I'm not doing this over here anymore. You guys don't appreciate me. And it doesn't logically make sense in my head despite what I feel in like my deep emotional depths. So like you come to me for inspection and I'll let you know if this is energetically aligned with me, not the other way around. It's a real level up. I like it. I really like it. What is on? I have fuzzies on me. I have fuzzies on me. Yeah. Yeah. See, because you have this 9 of Swords and then you have it immediately followed up by the Empress. And you're like, I'm not living this bad dream. Because this is oftentimes like a bad dream card, paranoia, like up all night, stressed, worried about stuff. You're like, I'm not going to be up all night, staring at the ceiling, stressing about you guys who don't even like care about me enough to like do the same for me. Like, I know you guys aren't up stressing about how this is affecting me. So you're like, I'm not going to stay up all night worrying about this. I'm not going to like live a bad dream. I'm not going to have bad dreams about this anymore because male or female, I'm the Empress. This is a divine feminine energy. This is someone who receives guidance, right? From this temperance angel, from Archangel Gabriel. And again, all of this yellow, you're like, I am fertile. I am nurturing. I can take ideas. I can take relationships. I can take on energy. Remember, I got that big wave of energy to begin with before we even started shuffling. I can take that on. I can gestate it. I can nurture it. And then I can birth the life that I want. I can birth and actualize the kind of person that I want to be moving forward on my own throne with my big ass crown. Look, it's almost this little thing in it. She's like, ding. It's like a light bulb. It's like a light bulb moment for you. Also, side note, this might be for someone, just all these swords like on the wall. I'm getting, maybe you guys have like a shelf. It's like like you have a shelf or you have something like this, like on your wall that maybe like you hang things from, or like metal. Maybe you have like metal pipe, something on your wall. There's something for, this is for someone. It's just a side note, but you have something on your wall that is kind of like this, kind of looks like these swords. You might actually have swords on your wall. You might have like, you might be into swords and they might be displayed on your wall. That's for someone. They just like threw that at me and they're like, you say that right now. I'm like, okay, that's different. Oh my God. Yeah, because here, now you have out the moon. You have out the moon reverse. It kind of came out a little bit on its side. But when cards, for me, when cards come out on their side, one, it means that there's a little bit of a free will choice here. Like, how much do you want to know? It's almost like, also, but I also feel like this is like a I feel like I'm hearing a conversation between you and other people. That's what I feel like. But it's almost like you're telling them, like, well, how much do you want to know about this situation? Like, how much do you want to know that I know about you, about this situation? That's interesting. And then you have about the 8 of Cups, and you have about the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. 8 is normally an indication that, like, abundance is about to come in for you, right? And this is like a Pentacles energy. So this is like workshop, working on something diligently in the middle of the night, like whatever it is. And the 8 of Cups is about going to find your other cups, right? So it's almost like you're telling these people, like, how much do you want to know about how, like, unfertile this situation is, about how much work I've put in, and, like, how I keep looking for, like, I'm almost like getting, like, looking for advancement or looking for improvement, right? 2 of Cups is like a loving sort of energy. It's like a soulmate. 2 of Cups are soulmate energy, but it's also could be anything that's just akin to your soul, because the 8 always leads to the 10, which is completion. You're like, how much do you want to know about how much this situation isn't going to work? Like, do you want the whole story? Because that might hurt your feelings. And you are Scorpio, so, like, Scorpios really don't have a hard time hurting someone's feelings, especially when they feel a little bit stung themselves. That's really interesting, which is maybe why you're in all of the sword energy as opposed to wand energy. It could be with this temperance angel, with Gabriel trying to keep you more logical and not as, like, emotional, right, in your water energy, or as fiery in wands energy, and try and keep you a little bit more logical. But I really see this as you telling people, like, come here for inspection. I'll let you know if you're energetically aligned to me, but, like, I'm not sitting up with bad dreams all night because you guys want to treat me like I don't matter and I'm not important. But it's almost like then you're going to these people and being like, well, how much do you really want to know? Like, how much do you want me to hurt your feelings about this situation? How much the situation is not working about it. It's almost like, it's almost like I'm not going to keep looking for a solution. I'm not going to keep looking for a solution. I'm not going to keep looking for soulmate energy for something fulfilling in this job, in this group of people, because I know it's not there. Look, it's the 8 of Swords on the bottom of the deck, which is telling me it's like you, like, holding yourself back a little bit when you're, like, explaining this to people. Holding yourself back a little bit. King of Cups, because, like, you, deep down inside, it's like, I don't feel like you want to be mean. You don't want to be cold in this, like, King of Swords in reverse energy over here. But, like, there is a level of you that is a little bit hurt, right? So I think you're trying to temper this emotion a little bit, so that way you can sit more as, like, the King of Cups and feel, like, emotionally in control of yourself. Yeah, 8 of Wands, communication. You're trying to stay emotionally in control of yourself while you're delivering these messages to other people. Yes, very logically, but with that 8 of Swords in reverse on the bottom of the deck right before, you are holding yourself back a little bit because you don't want to, like, overly sting people. But you know that with the Star in reverse, that, like, there is not wish fulfillment here for you, right? Like, this isn't your dream come true in this situation. And so with this Hermit, it's like you're going to go back in, I think, and really kind of, yeah, look, 2 of Wands, and kind of look over the horizons and see, like, what else you can do for yourself now that you remember what your potential is after, look, High Priestess in reverse, after not following your intuition, which probably told you, like, a long time ago that there wasn't something here for you, but you really wanted to believe that there was, which we all do. We all do it all the time. Let's see if there's anything else that wants to come out for you. Apparently that. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like this is not it, Scorpio. This is not the stable beginning that you want in this situation. It's not going to provide the longevity that you want, is what I'm really getting to. Because you have the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands is about asking other people for help, right? 3s are about community. It's about working together. Like, I'm getting, like, a brainstorming of ideas. You want people that also are, like, can brainstorm ideas with you. So that way it's like you're not the only one, not only bringing something to the table, but then also have to work with everything on the table by yourself as well. They're telling me to get a bird card for you. So I'm going to get a bird card for you. This is the Divine Feather Messenger. I think some of this is a little bit heavy, so I want to, like, lighten it up a little bit for you. I don't blame them. I would like to lighten it up a little bit for you too. I mean, like, you're a Scorpio, so you can handle it. So let's see. Let's get a bird, an encouraging bird for you. Ah! It's a nice noise, Lauren. The parrot. Hot diggity damn. Hot diggity damn. Let go of others' thoughts and opinions. It is time to embrace who you really are. Well, let's read that out of the book real fast. I love that. Okay. The parrot is a brightly feathered and exotic. It's showing us its connection and importance to color and individuality. This messenger is also regarded as a bird of the sun and symbolizes the power of light. Remember I said you don't want to be in the basement anymore? Parrots are often admired for their rich plumage, as well as their amazing ability to mimic what they hear. They can be trained to communicate through repetition. With this gift of being able to imitate humans, they are seen as a link between the bird kingdom and the human realm. We might see them as envoys, but are reminded that they have been programmed to speak the thoughts and beliefs of others. The divine parrot messenger comes into your life to remind you to honor your unique voice. Very often, we get caught up in the judgments, opinions, and values assigned to us by others. These are false truths. Your individuality and personal expression are being encouraged to come into the light. This may feel challenging, as it is safer and easier to hide in the shadows. Begin by paying attention to your own mind. Then, gently allow yourself to see all of your positive attributes, your personal colors, and talents. It takes practice and courage to step out and embrace who you are. Parrot encourages you to do just that. Once you do, you will feel your truth easily come to light. The affirmation is, I honor my individuality and unique expression in the world. So, Scorpio, give them hell. Give them hell, babe. Give them heaven. It's your choice. It's whatever you want. Your discernment. But that's what I have for you this week. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that this resonated. I hope that you took something positive and encouraging out of it. At the very least, I'm glad we got to spend a little bit of time together. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you for investing time and energy into me. I like to obviously return that and invest that time and energy and love back into you. All the information you will need from me will be in the description box. So my email for personals, all of my social media, all of the decks that I own if you want to get them for yourselves. As always, thank you guys for liking and sharing and subscribing and being here and building this little community with me. Very Three of Pentacles energy over here in the beehive. I love you guys so much. And I will see you very soon, okay? Okay.